Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. And play video series videos I would do for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. The time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm optimistic about this one. We'll get into that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a super cool shirt, I always like to highlight super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, it happens to be my A Killer's Confession shirt. Well, thing and all the stuff. If you are unfamiliar with Killer's Confession, they are a band. They've been around for a number of years now. Like it's a little bit weird for me to think about because like I always think of them as being a a newer band, and it's like I think they've been around for like a decade or so now, something like that. Like they've been doing it. Famously, their lead singer, like main creative force, a guy named Waylon Revis, who previously had been one of the lead singers in the band Mushroomhead for many years. After things kind of fell apart with that, he went over there, started doing his own stuff, and eventually that project became AKC, A Killer's Confession, and he has just continued to evolve it and, just like tweak it here and there, and like I really like what he's doing with it. It's one of those things where it's like, you can watch the evolution of what he's done. And he's been doing pretty well for himself, man. Like, they're out of Cleveland. I know they sell out their Cleveland shows. I think they played in New Zealand and Australia last year. Like they did some stuff. So I really enjoy them. So much so I've actually got some videos of performances that I've attended. Those videos are on this channel as well, because aside from doing food stuff, I also like music stuff. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? Why am I optimistic here? Well, folks, that's because I went out to a burger place. Boom! I got a burger. Boom! It says FB, that stands for Fireball. Boom! But it's where I got it from that makes me so optimistic. Because I went to a local place called the Halal Burger. This place opened up, I think just last year at the time I'm doing this. It had previously been another spot that I'd occasionally go to. They closed down. This place bought the location. And I've been waiting to see what they were going to do with it. And I just went over there. I tried out one of their double cheeseburgers. I did a full review of that. Go watch that review. And I really liked it. So I'm really excited for this one. Now, two things. What with this being a local spot, it is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist. That is a playlist just for kind of like local spots, just trying to, explore my scene. And then it's also going to end up in my Burgers for Days playlist, which is just a playlist for burger reviews. But with this being their Fireball burger, it consists of 5 ounces of 100% fresh halal ground beef. And halal basically it's like a certain type of like food preparation. I don't know the like specific ins and outs, but it's like a cultural thing. Melted pepper cheese, jalapenos, crushed red pepper, mix of sriracha and mayo, spicy nacho cheese, lettuce, tomato, caramelized onions on a toasted brioche bun. That sounds fantastic. And one of the guys who was running it, he actually asked me, he's like, he's like, just to let you know, he's like, the Fireball is basically like one of our biggest sellers, man. Like that's one of the really, it's like all of our stuff is good, but that one's really good. And I was like, yeah. So let's take a look at this beast. I can't imagine it's not being good. It's yes. Look at that. That's a burger. This is the society that we live in. I love this, man. I don't know if there's a way to make this look particularly sexy, but boy, does it look decadent. Oh, it got on my pants. Ooh, that's tasty. Anyway, let's give it a shot, man. Oh boy, I'm in a good mood today. Today's been a really good day for me. Home. There's so many flavors. And they're all really good. Yeah, man. Yeah. I figured I would like this burger. I like spicy stuff anyway. But, man, when I read over the ingredients, I was like, yeah, I'm down with this. Um, you can taste like all the stuff. You can taste the nacho cheese. You can taste the jalapenos. I actually reviewed a place not too long ago. Actually, when I went to go see A Killer's Confession, it was literally on my way there. A place called Jalapeno Burger. That is also in my Burgers for Days playlist and in my Eating Out Illinois playlist. So, a little bit reminiscent of that, but this is definitely taken to a much higher level in terms of, and that was still a really good burger. I like that burger a lot, actually. So, I'm even going to kind of go with the pickles on this one. If you watch my channel, you know I'm not a big pickle person, but I try when I do the reviews, typically, to experience the, whatever the item is, the way it's built, without making too many substitutions. I don't think that it needs the pickle by any means. I think probably it'd be better without it. But I'm willing to let it go in this because that, that like sharp kind of vinegary taste of the pickle kind of cuts through all the cheese and everything like that. Gives it like a little hint of a little freshness to it. So again, I don't think it needs to be there, but I can appreciate what it's doing in this instance. It's ooey, it's gooey, it's super fucking cheesy. And it's just, it has a lot going on, but it's one of those things where everything works. Again, the pickle's a little bit, but everything works. And it's just, it's just flavor building on top of flavor on top of flavor. And it's so messy. I'm not holding that against him, man. Messy burger usually means a good burger. In this case, that's definitely the case. If I have any gripes with it, I will say, I was expecting it to be a little bit hotter. I expect, especially, like jalapenos aren't super hot by any means, but I was expecting a little bit more oomph from the jalapenos. But I think in this instance, it has so much cheese, so much other stuff. I think it kind of diminishes the heat that you get from it. Because you do get a little something, kind of warms your mouth up a little bit. But I was hoping for something, again, just a little bit spicier, just something really to kind of kick me in the ass. But it is very tasty. Again, every element of it is well represented. You can taste, you get like little instances where you can kind of get the crushed red pepper. You get little instances where you get hints of the sriracha. And it's just this, again, it's like just this amalgamation of just flavor. And that's really one of the best things about a burger as a format is like you can just kind of go almost anywhere with it. It's fundamentally very simple, but it's so easy to build on, and that's basically what we've got here. And the great thing is in this instance, they really didn't stray too far from what a burger does. They just went over there and, they're like, all right, well, let's use nacho cheese and let's, do this. And I think it's really fucking tasty. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I mean, yeah. I like it a lot, man. It was super fucking tasty. Again, my only grievance is I would like just a little bit more of a kick to it, I think that would have really pushed it over the limit for me. Is yes, okay, this is pretty much a top tier burger. It's not quite, but it is still very good. There was nothing that I disliked about it. It was all very tasty, very decadent. Definitely something I will enjoy the rest of later on today. I don't want to eat all of it right now because I just got through eating another big burger. But it's definitely one that I would go over there and I would get again were I to come back here for sure, because it is really tasty. And I think I can understand why the guy was saying, yeah, this is one of our best sellers, because it's really tasty, and it's just fun and ridiculous, and it's a good burger. If I'm recommending it, by that same token, man, this is a cool spot. It's off of Roosevelt Road. There's a lot of really good places to eat in this immediate area, for sure. But I will say this, in terms of burger spots in this immediate area, I don't know that I could think of one off the top of my head that I would say is better. I genuinely think the quality of their burgers are really good. I think they're just tasty, and like the double cheeseburger was really good. I think the Fireball is a lot of fun, and there's clearly a lot of personality to it. They're really tasty. They're decadent. They're ridiculous. And yeah, man, I'm down with the Halal Burger. I think they did a really good job. They've impressed me. So kudos to them. Not that I matter in any significant way, but just saying. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of today's spectacular this week. Monumental rest of month. Stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly proper burger-tastic rest of your life, because man, burgers are just great. Man, they're just, and to be fair, not for everybody. I appreciate that, but oh man, as much as I love pizza and sub sandwiches, and there's so much food I love. I have to admit, man, burgers are one of those things. They're a little bit extra special, and it's always great when I can find a new spot that really is doing it right, and Halal Burger definitely is. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. Try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating, just bullshit sometimes. And when we're faced with those situations, it's important we go over there, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, I will say this. I usually, I always like to, when I do the local reviews, I'm hoping that I can go over there and use my minimal influence to, hey, maybe get 1 or 2 extra people in there for them or something like that. It's happened. It's not completely absurd. I would, man, if you're in the area, kind of Lombardish, Villa Parkish, kind of thing, dude, seriously, stop in and check them out, man. They're a little bit of a hole-in-the-wall spot, but personally, I think for burger places, a lot of times, those are the better spots anyway. The guys who ran it were really nice and everything, and, they make some banging-ass burgers, so, and if you're not, because, hey, I don't know where you're at, apply that same logic to, just local spots around you, because that's how those places grow and thrive, and, do you really just want nothing but McDonald's and Burger King around? Because I fucking don't. I'm just saying. Anyway, bye.